Oh, that's dope. Welcome to a brand new edition of Big O's Top 20 Countdown. This week, we're counting down the top 20 R&B songs. Plus, we're talking to our guest, Aaron. Aaron, that's my friend. But you guys, before we get started, this show is dedicated to my late great Grandpa Jack. May he forever rest in peace. But you guys, let's get it started. The number 20 song comes from Jay Brown. This song is called True Love. Let's get into it. True Love on Big O's Top 20 Countdown, baby. Yeah. Yeah, you guys, that was the number 19 song, Money Long with Superpowers. And speaking of superpowers, we're talking to our guest, Aaron. How are you, sir?
I'm doing pretty good. I mean, I'm loving the enthusiasm. I love it. I love it. I feel great. I'm feeling really good, blessed, and highly favored, my friend.
That's awesome. That's a saved answer. That's a saved people answer. Blessed and highly favored. So, tell my listeners about yourself.
Well, I am a writer. I'm an actor, and also I'm a poet.
Hmm?
I've been living in Oxnard for I would say about 8 years or so. I'm about to move back to LA pretty soon, next couple of months. And
Okay.
I have a beautiful, wonderful, wonderful daughter. She's going to turn 5 pretty soon. July 2nd. And family is going really well. Family's going great. I'm a big family guy, and everybody here is doing wonderful. Um, I have a good working career in security currently right now, working at Pepperdine, and also working at
Okay.
UCLA overnight for us, the hospital.
Okay.
So that's what I've been doing as far as work wise, as far as this a jobby job, so to speak. But
Okay.
my passion, of course, is the arts. I love the arts, and I have a couple of films I'm working on. I have an
Okay.
independent film called Hyde Park that
Okay.
I'll be going back to set rather, sometime before the end of the month. And I
Okay.
have a TV show pilot that I'm working on currently called The Singles. And you can follow The Singles on Instagram right now.
Wow, that is so cool. Wow. How did you get first? We're gonna start with the acting. How did you get into acting?
Well, I got into acting at the age of 15.
Mm,
Uh, I did my first theater production back in high school, and I met a man named Byron Nora. And
okay.
Byron Nora and Mark Swinton. And
Okay.
I auditioned for this one play. I think it was called Autumn at the time, and I
Okay.
was horrible. I was awful. I went in there.
What?
Oh yeah, I was bad. I went in there. I was just gonna go all in. I'm going to say these lines, and I'm just gonna show my enthusiasm that hey, I'm an actor. I want to do this, and I definitely want the experience. And I was really game, right? And they're like,
Yeah.
no, you're not ready yet. You need to go back to the drawing board. You need some training.
Yeah.
So I ended up going to a couple of classes in Hollywood, and I was
Okay.
training at the age of 15 as far as just basic acting.
Wow.
So I did that thanks to my grandmother, and I got into background acting. I think my first background movie was me as an extra in the film Like Mike.
Oh, okay.
So I got my
Oh,
feet wet, and I went back to the drawing board, and I said to myself that I'm going to go back probably in the next 6 months or a year, and I'm going to audition for something else. So I did, and next thing you know, the Byron, one of the directors, he was like, "Well, you know what? He keeps coming back. He's very persistent. Let's give him a shot." So,
okay.
so he gave me a shot, and every single year, just about, I've been in different stage productions directed by him and different numerous people over the years, and I'm currently 38, and I've been doing it for at least over 22 years as far as theater. And it's something that is very much a passion of mine, and I enjoy it. I enjoy it very much.
Wow, that is so cool. Wow, man. I thought you just gonna start like say 10 years, but wow, you had a long wow, you do dang. I'm in presence of a superstar, man. This is awesome, brother.
Oh, thank
Oh,
you. Yeah, I've
yeah.
been doing it for a minute, but if I have to go to the origin story of how it first sparked, I want to
Uh-huh.
talk about my late mother because my late mother, she would watch a lot of black and white films.
Okay.
And I'm looking at the black and white films, and I'm like, oh, this is pretty interesting. And it looked like a live stage play. And my grandmother, she would watch the Macy's Day Parade every year. And she would
Mm.
watch a couple of TV shows on a regular basis, and I would, catch up and I'll watch it with her. And I said to myself, wow, I could do this. I think I can, I could do acting. This is something that I think I could probably do. And she was
Yeah.
also a former actress herself back in
Oh,
the
she was.
back
Wow.
in the 50s. So that also kind of motivated me as well. So I said, you know what? I think I could probably give this a shot one day. And it was to the point where I'm watching TV shows, I'm watching cartoons, and I would
Hmm.
flip the TV screen to black and white.
Wow.
That's how it was for me, based off me watching black and white. So it was my mom. I would just switch the TV screen to black and white. And one thing I noticed about watching black and white picture, you pay attention even more so to the specific details.
That's true. That's true. That's really, really true. Wow. But we're going to talk more to you. But let's get back in this countdown. The number 18 song comes from Eric Benet. This song is called So Distracted, featuring Shantae Moore. Let's get into it. So Distracted by Eric Benet on Big Top 20 Countdown. Y'all know I stole that from Soul Train. Yeah. Yeah, you guys, that was the number 17 song, Tink with Insane. And we're talking to our guest, Aaron King. Man, it's my boy. Wow, we've been knowing each other for years, for not a whole bunch of years, but some three or four, maybe five.
I'm saying about 5 years. I think I first met you back in 2020. It was Godspell.
Yes, it was. Yes, yes, yes. 5 years, and now, well, we're talking to him. He's a this accomplished actor. And you say, how did you get into uh writing? How did you get into writing?
Um, well, I've always been a writer. I've always been more of a poet, really.
Hmm.
And I've always been creative when it comes to my writing, just talking about certain things, journaling pretty much what happened throughout the day, just keeping journals. And one day I went to a good friend of mine who is
Hmm.
a music director. He said,
Okay.
hey, you know what? You write poetry, right? I'm like, yeah. So he wanted to hear some of my poetry. So I'm thinking, okay, well, let me just write some things and I'll recite it to him, whatnot. And I've been doing it for a while, going to certain little venues, spoken word venues here and there. And everybody would just applaud, say, "Oh, you're really good. You're excellent." And I'm thinking, okay, that's cool. So let me go to him, a good friend of mine, and see what he says. And he said, you know
Hmm.
what? You should write a book. Like you're really, really good. You're really
Wow.
good when it comes to writing. You're really good because you're really just talking about certain things, like I said about parts acting, specific details. There's
Yeah.
writing specific details and very creative when it comes to those specific details that you'll make people just, even more astonished by what it is you're talking about. So it's just a rare gift of mine. So I
Wow.
said that, you know what, let me get more into it. And I went to a couple of spoken word venues, and
Hmm.
especially the one recently about a year ago over in Lamert Park, not too far. It was actually at the Barbara Morrison Theater, matter of fact. It's
Oh yeah, I've been there.
it was every Friday. I think they still have it going on. So I was there last summer, and I was
Oh, okay.
performing each week, and I was blowing people out the water. It's based off of
Oh,
my poetry.
wow. Wow. Do you have any books out or anything like a poetry out?
I have a book that's called "Sent from the Eyes of My Soul," and I published that book back in, I think, 2016. That's the only poetry book that I have that's out currently right now. You can find that on Amazon.
Wow, I like that. Wow. Say that title one more time because I like it. I like
Oh,
it.
it's called "Sent from the Eyes of My Soul."
Sent from the eyes from my soul. How would you describe that type of your type of poetry?
Um, I I would describe my poetry is based off of things that I've experienced, good and bad. So I just basically elaborate in a poetic fashion, just what I've been through, what I've seen, and people can relate to that because, like, oh my God, like this is something that my grandfather that I'm going through, or that I know a friend that went through this, and it comes off so elegant and so great to the point where it's like, I appreciate you for sharing. Like, I appreciate it.
Wow. Do you have any plans on coming out with any other poetry or any other spoken word thing, or is it just that was just a one off?
Definitely in the future. Definitely, probably not my focus at the moment right now, but definitely it's been on my mind for a while. I would say probably next year. I want to get back out there as far as more spoken word venues, and definitely coming out with another book for sure.
That's awesome. Like 10 years. Oh wow. That's really cool. That's really cool. You know, we're gonna talk more to you. Let's get back in this countdown. The number 16 song comes from one of my favorites. It's Chris Brown with Residuals. Let's get into it. Chris Brown with Residuals on Big Old Top 20 Countdown. Yeah, y'all, that was the number 15 song. Teddy Swims with Are You Even Real? Yeah, I'm like, wow, are you even real? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Now it's time to get to the second extra song of the week. Second extra song of the week. I mean, first extra song of the week. See, I'm going ahead of myself. First extra song of the week is by a good friend of the show. I promised him that I would play this song. And it's by our good friend, Jay Lacan. And this song is called Church, Speak in Tongues. Let's get into it. Church, Speak in Tongues by Jay Lacan on Big Old Stop 20 Countdown, baby. Yeah, like I forgot the word. I was gonna do this song. I was gonna do this song, but I was gonna embarrass myself. What's like I was gonna, you know what? I almost started singing his song called Old McDonald, and that would have been really messed up.
Oh no.
I would have been really messed up. But you guys, we're talking to our guest, Aaron King, a good dude. Um, wow. So you're acting, you're writing, you're in the poetry. Wow. Which one is your favorite thing to do out of
Um,
that?
I can't really choose a side really. I love it all. I just love art in general. I love art. One thing I really want to get into eventually, I want to paint.
Hmm.
Always wanted to paint. And you know what? I might be going to hopefully a sip in the paint in the near future. That's definitely the goal. Um, and I've been to an art walk in downtown LA. I believe it's once a month on Thursdays.
Oh
And
yeah.
I love going to museums. I love going to. I've been to the Getty. I mean, well, of course, a few months ago before actually the fires, unfortunately, that happened recently. But I love going to museums. I appreciate all forms of art in general.
Wow, that is beautiful. That is beautiful. Wow, you said you want to paint. You took my next question, but it's all right. I'm gonna let you have it. Um, so, what acting projects do you have in the works?
Well, my film "Grace for a Gangster," the one that I am acting in as well as produced, that's going to come out sometime this year. It's going to be a private premiere, and it's going to hopefully hit a platform sometime by hopefully end of the year, if not next year. Currently, it's being edited, and it's been a process as far as getting this film created. And I'm happy to announce that it's finally done as far as the editing process. So I'm excited about that. So now it's just on to the next phase, which is just getting it out there to the world.
What is Grace for Gangster about?
It's about well, it's really about this young man named Andre Armstrong
Hmm.
who is with his parents, and he finds out that he was adopted, and he didn't know he was adopted, and his parents, his foster parents, end up having a son named Louis Armstrong, and then growing up together. And
Hmm.
Andre, he decided, as he got older, that he wants to be a part of the gang lifestyle. So he's a gang leader, and he's trying to tell his brother, convince his younger brother that, hey, you should follow me and be a part of my gang. So
Hmm.
he was at one point, but as he got a little bit older, he followed Christ. And he said that, you know what? I can't do this gang banging lifestyle no more. I have to go with God. I have to go to church. I have to be, upright standard citizen. I can't do this with you no more. So he's trying to tell his bigger brother that, hey, you should, get closer to God because your parents, even though they're not your real parents, they still love you and love you. And they want you to be close to God. And Andre, he's stubborn, he's frustrated, and he's someone who just is very, very arrogant. Uh,
Hmm.
and he goes through a lot of trials and tribulations within this film. But I don't want to give anything away, but he is definitely try to do everything he can to manage his lifestyle into the direction that he wants to manage it in, as far as the negative direction. But eventually, we'll see. Does he turn his life around or does he not?
Wow, that sounds like a good story. Did you write it yourself or somebody else wrote it?
It was me, as well as my his family. The director that I was talking about earlier, who I met in high school. I've been knowing him for over 20 some years. He's pretty much like a second father to me. Byron Nora, he helped write the movie with me.
Wow, that is so awesome. That is so awesome. And I can't wait to see it come to fruition. It's going to be awesome. I know it is. And I'm not just blowing smoke up your behind. Like, woo, it's going to be good. You know what I'm saying? How people say, woo, you're going to be good. And then when you get off, like, ugh. But no, I think it's going to be really awesome. I'm very, very happy for you that you're getting it done, man. And you know what? We're going to talk more to you. But let's get back in this countdown. The number 14 song comes from Leon Thomas. This song was called Mutt. Let's get into it. Mutt by Leon Thomas on Big Old Stop 20 Countdown. Yeah, you guys, we did three in a row for you. We did Leon Thomas with Mutt on number 14. Number 13 was Kendrick Lamar and SZA with Luther. Number 12 was Kiana Ledge with Natural. Now it's time to get into the Comedy Corner. The Comedy Corner comes from a very dear departed comedian. He just passed in January. I think it was late January. His name is Ken Flores. Let's get into it. The comedy of Ken Flores on Big Old Stop 20 Countdown. May you forever rest in peace. Yeah, you guys, that was a very, very funny Ken Flores. We're talking to our guest, Aaron. Aaron King, man, this brother's man. He's a good brother. I remember we used to have conversations about Godspell after you left, after I left. We were talking. He's like, "Don't even worry about it." He was. I was like, "Oh my goodness, oh my goodness." Aaron is like, "Oh, but man, you're man." Oh, you also do plays too. Am I correct?
Absolutely, absolutely.
How many plays have you been in, and what was the latest one?
Oh my God. The latest play I was in, it was a year ago. It was January of last year, called Portraits of Love. And that was directed by Prentice Gardner. And that was over at I oh my God, I forgot the name of the venue. I've been to so many different venues. I
Don't worry
I my
about it.
apologies.
No worries. Don't apologize to me. Apologize to the director.
No, 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 no. But it was a good play. It was an excellent play. And that was the last one I was in. As far as how many plays I've been in, it's been over, my God, at least over 30. At
Wow.
least over 30. Um again, I've been doing stage plays since the age of 15, and now I'm 38. Um, so I was doing it back to back each year. Just I would do church stage plays. I would go to Stella Adler and do stage plays up there, and different other venues within Los Angeles, even playhouses even.
Wow. Wow, you did it like that? Wow. Would you say theater is one of your best loves?
Absolutely, absolutely. I love it. If it was any part of acting, I love independent film. I'm branching more into independent film. I've been doing independent film for about, I would say, about 7.5 years now. But theater, as far as the whole acting world, is my first love. I always will have a deep heart, a deep hearted love for theater. It's definitely something that I always will go back to.
That's awesome. That's awesome. But you guys, let's get back in this countdown. The number 10 and 11 song comes from Tim's. This song is called Burning. Let's get into it. Burning by Tim's on Big Woo! Stop 20 Countdown, baby. Yeah. Yeah, you guys, that was the number 10 song, one of my favorites on this countdown. Usher, Summer Walker, and 21 Savage with We Ain't Good, Good, but We Still Good. Yeah, I can sing that one because I know that. I forgot the chorus, but all I know is We Ain't Good, Good, but We Still Good. That's what we call getting older. Now it's time to get into the second extra song of the week. The second extra song of the week comes from one of my favorite people in the whole world. I love this person. This person is just so awesome from the top of his head to the soles of his feet. He's just so awesome. You know who I'm talking about? Myself. This is my song called Love Beat. And I want to say thank you so much to everybody who's been supporting it. and just been real with it. So let's get into it. Love Beat by Me on Big O's Top 20 Countdown. Yeah, you guys. I just love the beat. Makes me move my feet. I just love the beat. Hey, of course I got to know my own song. If I don't know my own song, something wrong with me. But you know
Oh yeah.
that actually did happen to me. I forgot the song. Aaron, when I introduced myself, he was thinking like, who's your favorite person? I said, of course, you know. I'm gonna tell you, I love this man. He is just so awesome, man. Aaron is just man. He's a freaking awesome man. He's like a friend. He's a very good person. He's a good friend. Talking to him, man. Man, he's just so awesome. You doing so many wonderful things. You said you want to do painting. What's another thing that you said you want to do besides painting?
Besides painting, outside of the whole artistry, one thing that I love to do, um,
Mm.
I love to travel. I
Mm.
love to travel. So last summer, for the first time, I went to Bend, Oregon,
Oh
and
wow.
I had a friend of mine. He said to me, because I it was in a Facebook chat I was in, and I
Mm.
said that I missed Blockbuster. I missed the early 2000s, early late 90s, because I would go to Blockbuster and just rent a movie, and you can't do that no more.
Mm.
Everything's
Okay.
Amazon and platforms, and Blockbuster doesn't exist, right? So
No, it doesn't.
it doesn't, right? So he said to me, it does exist. I'm like, what are you talking about? It doesn't exist no more. He said the last Blockbuster is in Bend, Oregon. So I'm like,
Wow.
okay. So I looked it up and I said to myself, a month later, I'm going to Bend, Oregon. And sure enough, that's what I did. And I had to
Wow.
go for nostalgia purposes to go in there to actually relive my childhood, go in a Blockbuster and actually rent a movie and actually just look at everything as far as just all the memorabilia and everything they had from all the classic films. It was amazing. I mean, I felt like a little kid all over again. It was awesome.
Wow, that is so awesome. But you know what? We're going to talk more to you. I'm just doing this for the sake of time. Let's get to the number nine song. The number nine song comes from Mario. The song is called Keep Going. Let's get into it. Mario, keep going with on Big Old Step 20 Countdown. Yeah, you guys, we did three in a row for you. We did Mario, keep going. Number eight was Mary J. Blige with You Ain't the Only One. And number two was Q. Number seven was Q Parker with Vague. Now it's time to get into the Independent Song of the Week. I'm giving y'all Future Flavor. This song is coming out next month, April, and it's going to be the first single from my album 4525, The Journey of the Fearless Gemini. Um, this song is called Hypocrite. And I gotta explain this. Gay hypocrite is actually a person who's a hypocrite, but he goes around doing gay stuff. So let's do it. This is the first. This is the first. Let's get into it. Gay hypocrite. Now I think I want you in this video, Aaron.
Okay.
That's all it's called, Gay hypocrite. Let's get into it. Gay hypocrite, the independent song of the week by me on Big Old's Top 20 Countdown. Uh, yeah, y'all, you're a gay hypocrite going around doing gay stuff. I'm a mess, man. I want to sing the whole chorus because you know what? I think my pastor's watching, and you know what? I don't think I want him to be
You,
like,
you, you don't want him to say anything.
brother, why are you coming out with that song? I don't want him to say that. Oh, brother, we're gonna have to do some prayer on you. I don't want him to say that, so I'm not gonna sing the rest of the chorus. But we're talking to our guest, Aaron. Oh man, you're a man of many talents. What do you see yourself in 5 years?
In 5 years, oh my God, that's an amazing question. In 5 years, um, I see myself doing currently what I'm doing right now as far as traveling the world. I probably would have been to hopefully Switzerland, before then. And I definitely want to go back to Canada. Um,
Oh,
I always tell people life is about the moments that you create here on Earth. And, because tomorrow's not promised.
you're
Uh,
right.
so you have to think about your legacy, and that's always something that I've always kept very dear to me is my legacy and what I do for people. I'm a very kind, loving person, so I definitely want to help as many people as I can. So that's something I do currently. I've always done, and I see myself doing in the next 5 years and even more. So I definitely want to encourage and I want to help you and everybody that is around me, my inner circle. So I
That's
definitely
all.
end up doing that even more so. And just you know I can't just tell everybody everything on here, but I see a lot of
Mhm.
great business opportunities, a lot of great things happen in the next 5 years. That's definitely going to hit the social media airwaves. I will put it that way, and everyone's going to know about it. When the time is right.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Um, you know what? We're gonna talk more to you. I'm gonna talk. Let's get back in this countdown. The number six song comes from Victoria Monet. This song is called "SOS Sex on Site," and it's featuring Usher. Let's get into it. "SOS Sex on Site," number six on Big Old Stop 20 Countdown. Yeah, y'all, that was number five song, October London with She Keeps Calling. And this old school gem of the week. And now it's time to get to the old school gem of the week. The old school gem of the week is not by me. I'm gonna say it like that. I'm not that old school. But it's by awesome, awesome artist. His name is Tone Loc. And this is today is his birthday. And this is his song called Funky Cold Medina. Let's get into it. The old school gem of the week, Tone Loc with Funky Cold Medina on Big Old Stop 20 Countdown. Yeah, yo, that was the awesome. I forgot how it goes. Funky Cole Medina. I'll be like, I forgot. It's been so long since I heard that song. I forgot. And we're talking to our guest, Aaron. Aaron, I know your personal life, but everybody else don't know your personal life. Shout out your wife. Shout out your daughter. Shout out everybody.
Thank you, thank you. Um, what was the question? Everybody don't know me personally.
I said people don't know you personal, but I want to get in your business. Shout out your wife. Shout out your daughter. Shout out everybody that you can.
Oh, absolutely. Shout out to my beautiful, beautiful wife, Amber. Shout out to my beautiful daughter, Olivia. Shout out to all my, friends and family out there. I definitely love all you guys. Shout out to everybody who I work with, everybody that really helped me along the way over the years. And, definitely God bless everybody, even the ones that that are the haters, because we all have haters. God bless them as well. And just it's all about peace and love. That's
How,
been my motto. And always be
how
kind to
long
yourself. Be kind to yourself always.
you went on to my inspirational thing, but how long have you been married to Amber?
We've been married for about 6 years now.
That's freaking awesome. I'm happy for you, man. I'm happy for you. And you got into my next question, but let's get into it. Give me a minute of inspiration. Somebody who wants to do something that you're doing, just motivate them a little bit.
To motivate them, I would tell everyone, anybody in general, that you can do it. Follow your heart. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Always make sure, like I said prior, be kind to yourself.
Mm,
You can do many things. You can do anything that you put your mind to. There's stuff that you cannot do. So don't let anyone tell you that you cannot, or that you're a failure, or that you can't, or you're stupid, or are you just, you're beneath me. Because some people are envious. Some
mm,
people are going to try to do whatever they can to tear you apart because they see the God in you.
that's true.
They see your power, they see your light, and not everybody can be around it. So
That's true.
don't worry about people that don't want to, care or love or show you any kind of value.
That's
Continue to
right.
have your light shine. Continue to go forth and do what you got to do for yourself and for your family and also for your legacy. Because what's important is what we leave behind, and that is our legacy. We want people to talk highly of us, so we have to talk highly about people while we're here. So always remain positive.
That's right. That's right. That's awesome. That's awesome. I want to say thank you for that inspiration, but it's not over yet. We got to get back into this countdown. The number four song comes from Chris Brown. The song is called Sensational. Let's get into it. Sensational by Chris Brown on Big Old Stop 20 Countdown. Yeah, y'all, we did three in a row for you. We did Chris Brown with Sensational. Number three was Money Long, Ruin Me. And number two was Siren with Somber. Sober, sober, sober. Now it's time to get into to the number one song. The number one song has been number one for almost a year. This song is by Coco Jones. This song is called "Here We Go." Let's get into it. "Here We Go" by Coco Jones, number one on Big Old Stop 20 Countdown, baby. Yeah, that was the number one song, Coco Jones. Aaron, how can people reach you?
They can reach me on Facebook, Aaron Devon King. On my Instagram, A Devon King, Devon King. Or you can reach me just via email, a devon king 86 at gmail.com.
That's awesome. I want to say thank you to our guest, Aaron. Thank you for coming on. It's been my pleasure, man. Man, thank you to all the listeners, all the radio stations that carry us, the Block FM, the Kill Radio, but the Spreaker. And by the time this is broadcast, we might have a brand new station that we're going to be working with. We're gonna keep that to the next show. Uh, I'm excited, you guys. Also, if you guys want to reach me, you can reach me at www.linktree.com/OLUSHEY. You'll be able to see the music videos and get my books, everything like that. The thought for the week is never give up. Because if you give up, you lose. Now it's time to get into the gospel song of the week. The gospel song of the week comes from the very awesome Shirley Caesar, and this is dedicated to my pop. May he forever rest in peace, Grandpa Jack. This song is called Heaven. Let's get into it. Heaven, the gospel song of the week. May God bless you. May God keep you until we meet again.